What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday night. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get my chat up real quick. Oh, what up, Paul? What up, CMO? Beyond the Stars? What up, Mike? Oh, cool. We do have some people in here. Hold on. I'm almost ready. What up, everybody? I kind of feel like 50-50. I feel way better than I did yesterday. My nurse, aka my wife, told me not to come out tonight. We disobeyed the doctor's orders. We're out tonight. She was like, where are you going to be? Are you going to go to Denver? Are you going to go to Boulder? I said, I'd actually like to do both. I'd like to try to hit both in one night. She's like, don't. What up, Ryder? Jeremy, hope you stay safe tonight. Get some crime. Thank you, Ryder. On the way here, I saw a pretty bad accident on I-25 and 120th. I think we're about to go by it no matter what. But yeah, it looked like a 3-car accident. It looked like somebody was hurt. They had a couple ambulances going over to it. Wasn't too crazy, like no flipped cars, nothing crazy. But I feel good. It's Friday night. I feel as good as I have in the last couple days. My grandma that lives in Iowa, her brother passed away. So it's my mom's uncle. He was in his hundreds. I have another uncle that's 106. My uncle that just passed away, he had really bad Parkinson's. And last month they put him on a feeding tube. And so my family was just kind of like, we already knew that it was in the final stages. And so everybody said what they needed to say to him and said goodbye. And I went snowboarding on Thursday, had a really good day. But then when I got home, I started feeling like I was getting sick. And that's why I took last night off. I felt like I just wasn't in the best mood. I was like, I could force it, but it's not going to be great. But yeah, I'm not super sad. I'm more just grateful that my mom's uncle had so many good years. My mom used to live with him for a little bit, and they took really good care of my mom. So rest in peace, Uncle Ronnie. You had a great run. What a legend. I have a bunch of legendary family members in there. So yeah, celebrating my great Uncle Ronnie tonight. And his wife, Judy. They both passed away, but great people. Right now I'm in Thornton, Colorado, and we're probably going to go into Denver. I'd like to go into Denver and Boulder, but we'll see what happens. I'm at the Stinker, which is a gas station here. Oh, do they have mac and cheese bowls firing? $3.99 chill deals. Okay, we might have to hit one of those up. What up, Ellie? What up, GH fan? Charizard, what up, Trace? All right, I'm gonna try to make it fun tonight. I don't really have any plan, but we're just gonna cruise around, hang out together. Best chat in YouTube showing up right now. Javier, MJ, OB, D Rose, what up? WW, what up? All right, let's try to make it a good night. Hope everybody had a great Friday. It's now Saturday, pretty close to Sunday. Let's get to it. I'm gonna just cruise a little bit. This area that I'm in, I used to live over here and I used to work over here. Some of it looks the same, some of it does not. I used to work at Dish Network, which is about a mile away from here. And sometimes we would have like little after work parties. We would usually meet up over here. There's good Mexican food. There's good Asian food. This King Supers has not rebranded since the 1990s when I used to hang out over here. Alexander Fitzgerald, thank you. 17 months, that is a long time. Thank you so much, I appreciate that. So this is the main grocery store here, King Supers. These all used to be 24 hours. So when I was growing up, you could go do all your grocery shopping 3:45 in the morning, and you just be in there with the people that are restocking. My mom is a night owl. I think that's one of the reasons why I just always kind of thought that it was okay. My mom handles a lot of her living at night, and a lot of my friends do too. So my mom used to go to like Super Kmart, Super Target, all hours of the night. I feel like COVID really kneecapped a lot of that. Gianna's Angels? What is that? I think it's interesting looking at some of this stuff. Bricks and mini figs. Oh, this is Linda's favorite store right here. Mini figs. I guess if you know, you know. What's going on under this sheet right here? They don't want me to know. Linda gets tripped out when she sees all this stuff sitting out at night. She's like, that stuff would all get stolen in LA. Somebody would show up in a rental truck and just take it. Okay, you see this vehicle here? This was the first vehicle that I ever had. I had a green VW van, but mine had a Westphalia pop top on it. So it had this like little tent that would pop up. And the van was Ninja Turtles green. If anybody remembers Green Pickle Van, there used to be a kids show called Green Pickle. I thought it was Ninja Turtles green. But then when you popped up the Westphalia tent on top, the tent was orange. And inside was plaid. Green plaid. It had a stove. It had a sink. Running water. My grandma because my grandma and grandpa were the ones that bought it before they gifted it to me. And they used to have a chamber pot in there for the grandkids. And we used to poop and pee in like a chamber pot. And my grandma just thought that was super normal. This is in Iowa, just to kind of put context to it. Both of my grandparents on both sides lived and died in Iowa. All four of them were born in Iowa, and my grandma's the only one that, too much information. My grandma's the only one that's still alive. She's probably gonna make it to 100. I'm pretty sure. She's a little spark plug. When she has health issues, she doesn't let you know. Oh, I'm missing some stuff. Ellie's let me know. Mike, thank you for the gifted membership. Mike Brosnan, thank you, man. What's a strip mall without a vape spot? In 2025, always gotta have a vape spot. I had a friend that worked at this Domino's. He's actually a cop over here now. He worked there for a lot of years. Elegant eyebrow threading. Ooh. Water and Ice Snack Shop. What a good name. It's just the basics. All right. I just wanted to see if anything dramatic had changed over here. I don't know what Slice Works is. I'm guessing it's pizza. Oh, and I just got some Subway coupons too. Not a lot of Subways here in Colorado. There were a ton in California. Comics and games. Some smoking lounges. Pretty major sushi spot. Palookas? That's probably a bar, I'm guessing. Oh, it says nightclub. Should we go in? They saved us a spot right in front of Palookas. doesn't look like the crowd that I was expecting. Let's leave it running, just in case we need a fast exit. Oh look, the van I was checking out is leaving. Oh, he's got ground effects on it. That's dope. Yes, bro. Go Doyers. It smells like Indonesia right here. So here's the nightclub. Pool table. Dude vaping in there that's looking at me. He's smoking inside, so that's cool. So this is called Palooka's Sports Nightclub. Interesting. Also interesting to see like the ground effect lights on the VW bus. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Linda and I would definitely be winning and losing some money on that pool table. Probably losing first and then acting real sad, and then we're like, all right, we'll play one more game, and then just running it. Carpet Mill Outlet Stores. It seems like it's been there for a minute. Is there a King Soopers nearby? Yeah. It's the old school branding too. Actually, if you want to see the original sign, it's on the side. Yeah, I'll show you. I used to hang out over here in 97, 98, late 1900s. And this was the King Soopers sign. And this is the OG, I can tell. Jeremy, I emailed you about the scanners. Chris, I got your email. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you yet. I've had a lot going on. I definitely will get back to you. Thank you, Chris. OG King Soopers sign. When they get rid of that, I'm definitely going to bid on it. But I don't have any money right now, so I'm going to bid pretty low. Hope nobody else knows about it. There's a place right across the street called Shiba Boba. Linda and I saw that earlier. Also, tons of Qdoba. Qdoba is like a Chipotle, but way better. When I say way better, they don't charge for guacamole. They don't charge for double corn. You could say double everything. Double cheese, double sour cream. They'll hook it up. They just want you to be happy. They don't charge you. That's rare. Chipotle just kept getting more and more expensive until I didn't want to go. Where are we right now? Just got in. So this is in Thornton, Colorado. And we're pointed west. The mountains are west. We're just kind of cruising right now. I don't have a plan for tonight. Is Denver home now for the long term? Haven't been on the stream much lately. I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Linda and I decided to check it out here last August, and we haven't even been here a full year. We've been here a half year. Oh, look, there's an A&W. KFC A&W. Here's Daddy Dank's Smoke Shop right here. That's definitely changed since the 90s. Pot was illegal in the 90s. And now it's very legal for recreational use. I don't know how long I'm going to be here, to be honest. We love it. Since we got here, both Linda and I have like just raised our vibration levels so high. Like we're just, our minds are just so relaxed being here. Zach Stuff, thank you, bro. Jason got the gifted membership from Zach. Thank you for doing that, man. What up, Zach? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, much like the plan for tonight, when I said I didn't have a plan, I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of floating through a lot of different aspects of my life right now and just dipping my toe in and checking the temperature of the vibe. I know what the vibe is in Southern California. I've been there for 20 years. I know what it's like tonight. I know what it's like next week. That's why I'm trying to expand my... Oh, don't do it. Oh, God. I thought we were just going to see a crash right there. I said don't do it. That car was in that other car's blind spot. I thought we might see another crash. We've seen several crashes on this stream. King Soopers is owned by Kroger, definitely. A lot of places are owned by Kroger. I went up to Vail on Thursday, so they've been having a lot of snowstorms here. It's been pretty windy, but I got to ride in Vail on Thursday with a friend of mine. Had such a fun day. It was so laid back. Solid State, thanks for 6 months. When I first discovered your channel, you told a Dave Mirra story that had me crying. I've been hooked ever since. Hey, Solid State, thank you for that. I actually think about that all the time. When all that was going on for me, so I used to be a huge fan of PlayStation. So I had a PlayStation 1, I had a PlayStation 2. The crash I was talking about earlier is right in front of us right now. It's in this lane, so I'm gonna have to merge over. If anybody knows this area, the crash is on 120th and I-25. So we are gonna go by it. I'm not gonna get out and zoom on it, but it's in front of us. When I was growing up, I used to watch The Real World on MTV. I've always been a huge MTV fan up until they stopped playing music videos. And one of the first things they did when they stopped playing music videos, they started getting into like reality TV. They did Road Rules. They did Next, which is like a dating show. They did Bully Beatdown, just all these really weird shows. And at the time, they asked Dave Mirra to be the host of, I think it was The Challenge. Yeah, it was The Challenge. And then he thought that it was kind of dumb. Like, he felt like, I don't know how he felt. I'm guessing, but I think he felt like it was beneath him because he was one of the most meddling athletes at X Games ever. He won everything there was to win. He didn't even care about being on the podium or getting any of those accolades. He had everything. And so he was the host. And then one way or another, he decided he didn't want to be the host anymore. And they got this other kid to do it. He was a skier guy. I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. I'll think of it in a minute. But they got this skier guy. Whoa, bro. That was a risky move. Are you going to do that too? That's a shitty move, bro. Wow. No. What are you doing? Man, I can't think of his name. Anyway, he decided that he didn't want to do it. And then they got this other bike rider named TJ Lavin. And TJ Lavin has been there ever since. I wonder how much money he's made doing that challenge. I think they sold it to Paramount. I think last time I saw it, it was on Paramount, like the production, the studio, Paramount. Yeah, and I think he was a little bit sad that he ended up losing out on a lot of that money. And I just think about him all the time. I think about Dave Mirra all the time. And his family. Oh, here's another, look, there's a fire here in the middle. What the heck? Why? I was checking to see if that's my friend. I have a friend that's a cop over here. I'm slowly trying to get to some home stream stuff. when I get to my house, I'll show a bunch of my X Games badges and different things. Every year that I worked at X Games, I took a ton of photos, and I never really did anything with the photos. Oh, it's gonna start raining right now. Somebody warned me that it was gonna rain tonight. I call this building the Death Star. It's Maxar, but it used to be a Via. This is kind of the area where I've brought people a couple different nights. We did some cookies around here. This is the area that I grew up in. So I'm less likely to get lost over here. I can still get lost everywhere. Colorado, California, wherever I go, I still can get lost. It's a little bit harder in Iowa. Iowa's pretty easy to navigate for me. We saw a car at that intersection right there with one wheel in the air. That was the night that Linda was with us. I've already shown people what we're pulling into right now, but this is the ranch. This is where I grew up playing golf and tennis. And my friends all made fun of me. My friends were skateboarders. In the 90s, it was a big thing. If you were a jock, then you couldn't be a skateboarder. If you were a skateboarder, you couldn't play sports. But I did both. I was a tennis player. I loved basketball. I was never really that good at skateboarding or snowboarding, but I still loved it. I'm gonna try to take you into this bubble. What up, Lori? What up, Mayberry Mafia? That's a cool name. What up, Keith PDX? I don't see any snow yet, but it is windy. All right, let me get this in here. I'm also drinking a coffee tonight. Low energy the last 48 hours. Okay, so here's the tennis bubble. This thing's been inflated since the 90s, ever since I Somebody had some food over here. It looks delicious. Yum. Some fruit. So what do you think? They used to have fans. See where all these lights are on top? They used to actually have fans. And I would try to hit my tennis ball into the fan. This is where the ball machines were and the extra water. I love the smell in here. I get the biggest smile when I come in here because it's all of my like old glory days. The smell, like, it smells like when you open a can of tennis balls. Is it buffering in here? I love this. This is how you get to the end to get to the back courts. You have to go behind the tarps. Yeah, I'll take you to the end and show you this other side. I don't even know if we're getting reception in here, but we're risking it. Ooh, this is like a haunted house. Yeah, I used to love booking this back court over here because I felt like we could get away with the most stuff in this back corner. Check it out. And And this is like, it's constantly pumping here to keep this bubble up. Like you saw what we came through on the way in. It was like it's pressurized in here. Man, this is where I learned how to play tennis, right here. Every time I hit a good shot in pickleball, Linda goes, sorry, I didn't grow up playing tennis. She says it just like that. Sorry. Jumpy Castle tennis court, yes. Look at these ball hoppers. Oh, I like it in here. Everybody's leaving. We're about to have this all to ourselves. Yeah, when I moved from Iowa, I was pretty happy. I thought Colorado was like a really big city because I came from Des Moines, Iowa. So I was like, whoa, Denver's huge. And then my parents were like, yeah, they have a tennis bubble. And I was like, what's that? They're like, it's like a big enclosed bubble. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I've never seen anything like that. There's another one of these in Vail, Colorado. And a friend of mine won, well, a friend at the time, and I won a doubles championship there. And so I have a little tiny trophy. Well, it's a little bigger than that, but I have a trophy in the tennis bubble in Vail, Colorado. If you're ever over there, stop in and take a ganders for yourself. All right, good enough. Oh, look, this is free. Oh, maybe the coffee's free. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, this is Colorado. You can just walk into stuff like this. Nobody's in here, nobody's working. They trust us not to take any of this stuff, which is kind of weird. Like spending so much time in California, everything that's not locked down just ends up in somebody's house at the end of the night. And then this is how you depressurize to get out of here. And then here's a fun fact that I didn't talk about the last couple times I was here. So those are the indoor courts, but then they also have the outdoor courts, which are over here. And obviously it snows in Colorado, and so when I used to play at these outdoor courts, they would put sand on the court. It's probably too dark for you to see anything over here. But yeah, they would put sand on the court, and we had to learn how to slide on the sand. So you know how like people play tennis on clay? And when you play tennis on clay, you kind of have to slide into your shot. We learned how to do that on sand. Here's a big hot tub over here. This is the pool. I got kicked out of this pool a couple of times. I won't tell you why. I did deserve it. I know that now. At the time, I was pretty hurt, but it's a little cold. Only because it's windy. We're rolling no license plate still. Ow! I just bumped into this. This is gnarly. I just had my arm break through this. Yo, this is like Texas style. So yeah, anybody else know where there's a tennis bubble like this? I don't. But I grew up thinking that they were all over the place. 47 in Salt Lake City. What up, Bubba? What up, GH? What up, Ed? Anybody I haven't said hi to yet? What up? It just feels so crazy being over here because I was just a little monster when I lived over here. my dad was always at work, and my mom kind of left my sister and I alone to, I want to say, raise ourselves, because she really like overly trusted us. We probably didn't deserve the amount of trust that she gave us. 37 in Central Iowa. What up, Lori Sue? Central Iowa. Was that Ankeny? Where are you at in Iowa? Many in Ontario. What up, Iggy? It's sunny today. Nice. What up, Brett? What up, Jetta Jade? All right, so what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go into Boulder, or do you want to go into Denver? What's up, Jeremy? What's up? I think they called that latchkey kids. I noticed 0 buffering. Oh, good. It told me that the signal was low in there, so I didn't know. Let's check out the cougar scene in Cherry Creek. We could do that. I have a coffee, so we'll see how long it holds me up. But one thing that still blows my mind about living here back when I did and now is the amount of trust that everyone puts in everyone else. Like, I see a scooter down there right by the tennis bubble. In California, that would easily be stolen. There's no way you could just walk into something like this where they have all kinds of stuff that you could steal and people wouldn't be stealing it. People don't really do that here. I'm not saying it never happens, but it's not common, obviously. So yeah, I like that about being back here. Like, having 20 years in California, you don't even leave shoes outside of your house. Somebody will just upgrade their shoes and be wearing your shoes the next day. But I do miss California a lot. I really do think Linda and I will live back there probably sometime soon. And that's why I love being here now, because it feels like I'm visiting, kind of. And I like showing everybody around. We did so many of the same sort of things in California. I'm sure people are saying that about Denver now. Like, bro, you do the same drive. A lot of places are dark at night. You miss the brake dust of LS. What's LS? Liberty City? Jack and Neve, thank you. Thank you for the Shiba Inu sticker. We just passed a place. I didn't show it, but there's a place called Shiba Boba. Back where that stinker gas station is. Oh, we got a frog right across this. Hold on. The person that requested Cherry Creek, we might end up in Cherry Creek. I'll see if I can do that. Beth Campbell, been in and out of the hospital this past week. Glad to see you tonight, Beth. Hope you're feeling a lot better. I'm sorry to hear that. Seems like a lot of people had a trying week this week. This is where we're going to try to go. Where it turns, like at the very end of this, where it's black, those are the mountains. So in the daytime, this is beautiful. I know it's a little blurry. Oh, it's really blurry. Oh. But yeah, where the lights cut off, that's because there's a huge Rocky Mountain range right there. It's a challenge for me to try to find places that are lit up. There's so many little dark spots everywhere. Colorado likes to buy open space and then preserve it so that people can't come put a strip mall up, or they can't ruin it with a car wash. I hope I can find the energy to do Denver and Boulder tonight. That would be dope. I'm not promising that because I don't know, but that would be cool if we can do it. Okay, so this says we're entering Broomfield. I was here in the 90s, Broomfield wasn't a really big city. Now it's just huge. It expanded seems like on every side. Now it's pretty big. Probably pretty big before. Eli, Zach, Orion, thank you so much. Thank you, Heather, whatever. Remember for 14 months. Hold on, let me see if I can get in here. Excuse me. Pardon me. This is a bar that there always used to be fights. Old Man Roadhouse and Beer Garden. I've seen some sketchy stuff happen in here. Appropriate that they call it Roadhouse. Like, there's a lot of bare knuckle fist fights in here. I haven't been to Five Guys in a long time. It's one of my favorite burger spots. But it just got so expensive. Like everything else. This place is called The Dab. And it's open. Open for the dabba dabba doo. The Dab. How's your mom? She's doing okay. My mom's side of the family is really sad about my uncle. My uncle was such a sweet guy. Like, it's rare that you meet somebody that's just beloved by everybody that they come in contact with. That was my great uncle Ronnie. Just, if you knew him, you liked him. And if you really knew him, you loved him. He was just a great guy. There's some people in this life that just them being around makes things better, and he was in that category. If he showed up to your party, if he was watching the football game with you, like, he just made things better, which is like the coolest thing you can do on this planet. Elevate the situations that you're in. Hi, Jeremy, mods, everybody. What up, Teresa? LEE on the bright side. They are open. They're opening a Cinnabon anti-ant. Ooh, that is the bright side. That's all Linda cares about is where's Cinnabon, where's anti-ants. Do I have reward points? All right, so we might get rained on. I don't think it's cold enough to snow. It says it's 55. So I think snow is probably off the table. The thing with my uncle passing away, we were preparing for this since late February. So in late February, he had Parkinson's really bad. And in late February, they decided to take out they decided to put in a feeding tube. And then they transitioned him into hospice. Anybody that knows about hospice, it's just the goal of hospice is to make you as comfortable as you possibly can be. Because things are bad, so they just want you to be comfortable in whatever way they can make that happen. So yeah, he was in hospice, and everybody, I think the end of life has to do with a lot of closure. Like, people need to say something to you, maybe you need to say something to them. I think about that a lot when we were looking at all these different scenes. Because yeah, if somebody's in a car crash, you don't get any of that closure. Like, somebody says, I'm gonna go get a gallon of milk, and then they get T-boned by a driver and they pass away. You never see them again. To get to the late stages in life is such a magic trick. Of all the things that could happen to you in this life, all the food poisoning that you missed, all of the I've had so many like near-death experiences in my life. And when they were happening to me when I was younger, I was just like, whoa, that was close. I didn't really respect it the way that I do now, where I'm like, wow, that could have changed my life negatively. But then again, like a lot of the negative stuff that happens to you in life is the reason that you reshape and redesign your plans. Learning about what you don't want is the best way to find what you do want, I think. This area is called Broomfield. We've been over here a little bit. A bunch of my friends play hockey right down the road from here. Hold on, I'm gonna take this turn. What up, Ryder? What up, Paul? Tracy? There are a lot of potholes. Yeah, a lot of snow here. A lot of snow scoopers. Oh, wow. Burger King since 1954 over here. We might actually have to stop in there. I like Burger King. I want to turn right here where it says no turn, but the cops are really bored here. They would love for me to cause an infraction and then go through the car, find all my french fries between the seats. Old fart Andy, bro, I was just thinking about you. What up, Andy? Let me read he says, howdy, dude, I was just thinking about you. Wow. Wonder if I made you come back with the thoughts I was throwing out in the universe. Good to see you, bro. Shout out to everybody in healthcare. I've never worked in healthcare, but I've met a lot of people that have helped me, help my family. Linda has a tip for anybody that likes pho. She said if there's a number on it, that usually means it's good. This is pho 79. She'd be licking her lips right now. She's like, ooh, we gotta hit that. This massage place is still open. That's probably sketchy. Pawn shop is not open. Interesting. The reason I pulled in here is because there's an Asian market right here. Oh, is that a little drug deal going on right there? What the heck? Yeah, so this is supermarket. That's a really good name for a supermarket. Let's just call it spot on. Supermercado, Holmes. Oh, look at the lions out in front. These look menacing too. Look at the expression. These look like Bowser from Super Mario. Jeez. There's a truck behind me that doesn't like that I'm slowing down. Go for it, bro. I'll tailgate you. All right, let's tailgate this dude. I'm just kidding. He does have his tailgate down. I had a friend that worked here, Nepalese and Indian bistro. He used to wash dishes there. Train harder? When I was growing up, I talk about my two brothers. One of my brothers, Jared, he got a job at this KFC. Back when I was growing up, this was only KFC. Now it's KFC A&W. He would be like, all right, I get off at 9, come pick me up. We would come pick him up, and then we would say, you know, like, get us some chicken, get us some potato wedges. And he would never want to hook us up. And I thought that he was just trying to, like, you know, be a good employee or whatever. And then I went back into the area where they're cooking, and he was like, Jeremy, the reason I won't let you eat anything from here, he's like, they never change the oil. He said they change the oil like a couple times a month. And he said sometimes we're like sweeping stuff up and we'll just throw something random into the fryer, fry it up and take it out and like see how it looks. And that helped me save a lot of money on fast food, because I should never know how anything is made. I don't want to know how the sausage is made. Hello Voltage, making music. Check out Focal Studio speakers. I will. Hello Voltage, thank you for that. Now every time I look at this guy, I think his bow tie is his body. And it looks like he's trying to give me a big hug. The Colonel. Come on in, bring it. That's what he's saying. Bring it in. Come on in for a hug. It doesn't look like a bow tie. Yeah, so when I would come pick up my brother, he would say, the only thing I'll let you have are the things that are pre-packaged. And one of the things was called a little bucket parfait. And it was like their little dessert thing. And man, I used to go through those. So I'd have like 2 or 3. They would imagine like strawberry shortcake in a cup. That's kind of what it was. This is called Liquid Kingdom. Saltwater fish. Is that a restaurant? Gotta be. And then to my right, this is a community that has a par 3 golf course in and out of the homes. And they would have glow golf at night. So I still have glow in the dark golf balls in my bag, because I used to think that I would always need them, because when I was growing up I did need them. But we used to go play midnight golf there with glow in the dark golf balls ricocheting off people's houses. Did they make a movie about Kentucky Fried Chicken got started? Not that I know of, but I would like to watch that. You missed those strawberry desserts. Are they not doing that anymore? I haven't been in there in a long time. But this is A&W. See this side? One of my grandpas used to he used to fix kegs, like soft drink machines and stuff like that. And he would always tell me that A&W root beer had like actual keg root beer. And there was something special about it. Like there was something special about the way that they did their kegs that made it taste better. It was like drought style or something like that. I should have been listening, but I kind of wasn't. What up, everybody? So I'm drinking a coffee, and then I also have a backup water. And the coffee's pretty full. See it there at the top? I haven't made too much progress on the coffee yet. There's a Mexican spot right here called 3 Margaritas. Really good. It's expensive, but it's good. I wish more places had a la carte tacos. Another reason why California is pulling me back. They're like, we got you. 24/7 tacos. We know you want them. I'm gonna tell my next employer, just pay me in tacos. Let's cut out the middleman here. We know I'm giving this money straight to the taco vendor. Over to my right is where we used to skateboard on the weekend, because they didn't have any security to kick us out. So we would find like loading docks and different things that were kind of like a makeshift skate, like a handrail or a little quarter pipe. And then we would pop open the hatch on somebody's car and play music. And then after about an hour and a half or so, we'd have to pull up another car to jump the first car's battery that was was used to play music. These kids today, they have boom boxes. Well, we had boom boxes, but they were running on like 10 D batteries at the time, and D batteries were expensive. There was no recharging batteries. You just you just had 10 hours of D battery, and then you went and bought another sock full of batteries. I actually got this little teeny battery. It's for a light. It's a light that I have on my gun, and it's like a tactical light. And the corner of the battery has a USB charging spot. Just right on the side of the battery. It looks like a regular battery. So cool. I also used to work at Radio Shack. And part of the training at Radio Shack is they wanted me to learn everything about batteries. I still don't know a lot. But I would upsell batteries. You need batteries at that? Somebody would come in and buy a remote control car. You need an extra battery pack for that? This is gonna run out quick. You should have one charging. I used to love remote control cars, and I would have so much fun with them until I would accidentally drive them into the sewer. It seemed like that would always happen. You're just cruising around on the street, and then it just disappears down in the Ninja Turtles area. All right, we went through Broomfield. Now this is a town called Westminster. There's a Westminster in Orange County. I think this Westminster is actually a little bit cooler. Boulder, if you want to spend way too much money. Bowling, that's the spot. They have a little arcade in there. Oh, these girls are fighting. Oh, get her. Oh, no. She's napping her. It's a kidnapping. I would always ask my parents if they would drop us off, and my parents are like, isn't it somebody else's parents' turn? We're always dropping you off. I'm like, no, but it is your turn. Huge Dave & Buster's right there. Big AMC movie theater. I can't believe movie theater is still open. I legitimately don't know the last movie I saw. So long ago. Oh, look at the bunnies, look at the bunnies, look at the bunnies. It might have been 1912. Man. Does anybody know what a jackalope is? It's like a bunny with like reindeer antlers on it. Or not necessarily reindeer, any antlers. This is Chewy's Tex-Mex. I need to take Linda here. I like Tex-Mex. This is probably the nicest, well, yeah, this is one of the nicest areas of Westminster right here. Nice little pedestrian outdoor area. They have a Dave's Hot Chicken. This used to be called Rock Bottom Brewery. Let's hop into Boulder real quick, and then maybe we'll end it in Denver. could have taken us over by the ice rink. And I wanted to, but last time we went into the ice rink, the reception was terrible. And honestly, I don't like how it smells in there. It smells like a gym sock from the 80s. Shammy Cakes, what up? Right when I said Boulder, I look down and see Shammy. What up, Shammy? Amy, is it raining in Boulder right now? Do you know? We're 15 minutes away from seeing for ourselves. Okay, so to go from Westminster to Boulder, 15 minutes. I'll do the driving, you guys just handle the ride. Kind of wish it was the daytime because this is a really pretty drive in the day. Oh, those dudes were changing a tire. Maybe I should meet up and say hey to you again. I don't know where, so I haven't been doing any planning. I've been kind of just letting the vibe guide me around at night. The last 2 times we were in Boulder, I went to Pearl Street, so I think we probably can't do any more Pearl Street. Every time I'm in Boulder, I have to hit the hill. Have to. Maybe I'll do a pit stop in Louisville by that, whatever that mall is right there. Mr. G, what up? Jonathan Earl, what up? So these areas, you can't speed. That's another huge difference between Colorado and California. In California, you can speed because everybody's speeding. I don't even think I got a speeding ticket in 20 years. And I didn't get a speeding ticket in, wait. No, I don't think I did. There were a couple times I got really close, like on the way up to Mammoth or something like that, but actually in Southern California, not a lot. Hey, what up, Dad's Gone Live? Shout out to Jacob. Jacob's one of my homies in Bakersfield. Hopefully you guys are subbed over there. Shout out to Jacob. What up, bro? And thank you, Ellie, for the 10 gifted. Congrats if you just got a membership from Ellie. Oh, Dad's Gone Live got one. Yeah. So did Opie's. Hey. Ellie, thank you. That's rad. If you're not subbed at Dad's Gone Live, go check him out. He's got a really cool channel. Thank you, Ellie. This is, so we're leaving the Westminster area, and then this area is called Louisville. Some of it's called Superior. Superior is more to the right. There's a golf course that I love on my left. It's called Omni. And they have 2 different courses. They have 2 different 18 holes side by side. I think one of them is called Omni. I think the other one's called Sunshine. Really, really nice golf courses. Hey, Ellie put up the link for Dad's Gone Live. Please go check him out. I remember when this area all to my left was just a prairie dog field. I think I'll get off here and show you. And then all of a sudden they were like, we're going to put a huge mall over there. And everybody's like, what, in the middle of this field? Nobody's going to go to that. And then they start building all these housing developments around it. They don't have California Pizza Kitchen here, which kind of breaks my heart. I like California Pizza Kitchen. Or I mean liked, because I don't go anywhere. I actually thought about living over here when we were looking at places to rent. I was like, you know what? This is an area that it's right in between Denver and Boulder, which I like. I like to be in both of those a lot. I feel like a lot of people that live here don't go to Boulder very often. Even my friends that went to college in Boulder, I'm like, when were you there last? They're like, I don't know, college? They just don't. They don't hang out in Boulder. I do. I love Boulder. Linda works in Boulder sometimes, and so every opportunity that I get to be there, I take it. I think I told everybody, but I got into this car wash membership, which is great. It was $24 a month, and I was paying like $12 a car wash. So it's basically like buy two, get 28 days free. And at my car wash spot, they have 2 different bays to wash your dogs. And they're nice. They're like high quality. They're not tiny. They're beautiful. I don't have any dogs to clean, but if I did, I'd be pulling up. I believe Jeremy missed his own hometown. So my real hometown is Winterset, Iowa. That's where I was born. That's where my parents brought me back when I was a little baby. Winterset, Iowa is the birthplace of John Wayne, aka Marion Morrison, and they're very proud of that there. My grandma even worked at the John Wayne birthplace, and so she had to know all of the different history behind Marion Morrison. I haven't been to P.F. Chang's in a long time. And I don't know what this is. Second and Charles? Books, games, tech, and more? I've never heard of that in my whole life. Apparently this is a big store. Open during construction. Judy Knight, member for 15 months. Thank you, Judy. Look, I have my chat over here on the right. Judy, thank you so much. I got a lot of nice emails recently too. People were worried about me. They're like, you're getting sick a lot. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm ready to be healthy. I'm eating a lot of oranges, which for some reason makes me think that that's a healthy thing to do. Real orange juice and sunlight. That's the health plan I'm on right now. What's crazy, I used to live the opposite schedule of everybody. And so in the winter time, when it would get dark at like 4:50, 5 in the afternoon, sometimes I would go weeks/months without seeing very much sunlight. Because I'd be waking up at like 3 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon, the sun is just setting. I thought that was somewhat okay. I was like, oh, you know, I'm a night owl, so are a lot of people that I hang out with. I didn't realize that that my body is kind of solar powered. Like I need a lot of sunlight. I didn't know that until I started getting a lot of sunlight, and I was like, this is making me feel better. Now I make it a point to ride my e-bike as much as possible. Try to get some wind in my eyebrows since I don't have any hair. Feeling the wind just blowing my eyebrows all over. Here, I'm gonna go check out this car wash. Oh! It's called Waterway. Interesting. There are a lot of high-tech car washes here, and they almost all offer free vacuum. And then another thing they offer here, I'll drive over and see if they have it. They have these little like washcloths, like felt washcloths that you can use, and then it's kind of on your honor. They're like, please don't steal these. But look, I'll show you the little bays here. So as soon as you get a car wash, then you drive over here. These are the hoses for the vacuum. Yeah, sometimes there are like felt, they're bigger than washcloths, but it's for, you know, drying off stuff, and they're like, please be respectful, don't steal these. Hello, Voltage. Were you the only cholo in Iowa? I wish, Holmes. There are tons of essays in Iowa, though. I'm like I'm every kind of Scandinavian. I'm just a mutt of everything. I'm like an 18th everything. Dang, Terry Sparks is in here. Member for 28 months. That's such a long time. Terry, what up? What are you doing? Great to see you. We have Old Fart Andy and Terry in here. All right, that's pumping me up. I'm gonna try to do Boulder and Denver if I can. A lot of good vibes flowing tonight. What up, Terry? Great to see you. Thank you for that epic membership. That's as long as I've had a membership. Yes, Terry. This road that we're on right now, this is called 36, Highway 36. I was driving back on this road one night, so we were in Boulder, we were going home. And so like picture us right now, where the speed limit is like 65. We were probably doing 75. And then all of a sudden we see something in the road ahead of us, and I was like, what is that? Is that like a backpack or like, and I was like, oh no, it's moving. It was a raccoon. We were going really fast. I think it was a raccoon. It might have been a possum, but it was big. And my buddy was like, oh no, like we don't have enough time to swerve or whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna try to go in the middle. Like he was gonna try to go over it so that we didn't hit it. So we kind of lined it up, and then for some reason or another, whatever animal that was decided to keep walking, and our car did a bunny hop at like 75 miles an hour. So it was like hitting like a curb or something, and the whole car jumped. I thought all three of us were gonna pass away that night. That was so crazy. Yeah, rest in peace to whatever marmot that was crossing the road. I think it was a raccoon. There are a lot of healthy animals around here, period. I didn't kill it, I was the passenger. But it almost killed me. Okay, I'm looking, you see see how there's like peach clouds? That's Boulder. So right now, off to the left and right, this is called Superior, or Louisville. And then when we get up to this next big hill, that dips down into Boulder. Maybe I'll even get, I was gonna say maybe I will get off at the little scenic overlook spot, but it's gonna be so dark. Maybe I'll do it anyway. See this bus on the right? My friends and I used to really utilize RTD, public transportation. We would just always have our different friend group, our different parents. Can you pick us up from RTD? And then somebody's family would be like, yeah. And then we'd be like, bring the van or bring whatever huge vehicle, because we have like 6 or 7 people. Hello from Wisconsin. What up? Shout out to everybody in Wisconsin. Where are you at in Wisconsin? I've got some family that lives in Fond du Lac, if you know where that is. And some friends that live in Madison. Great to see you as well, Jeremy. I've missed you. Oh, Terry. I hope life has been smiling at you lately. I've been thinking about you. What up, Jack? What up, Duck? Mama Kai, what up? Mary B, what up? Okay, here's the scenic overlook. Keep your expectations really low because I'm sure it's just gonna be black, but I'm gonna pull over anyway. In the daytime, this is one of my favorite views on the planet Earth. I'll bring you back here in the daytime. Oh no, dude with one tail light's chilling here. This might be a bad sign. Oh, they're getting out. Is this where they... You know, I don't even know if we need to get out. I don't know how much more we're gonna get to see. Oh, they're doing Chinese fire drill. Sick. He looked like he was eating a McDonald's apple pie. Sounds kind of good right now. See this dually truck? I always wonder where those people park. Like, doesn't that look too big to fit in a parking spot? You can tell by the way he's walking that he's been driving for a while. Every time you turn around, expect to see me. Because one time you'll turn around and I'll be there, John Wayne. What does that mean? One time you'll turn around and you'll be there? It's a big promise. Okay, since we are not gonna get abducted, then I will take us outside. Let me put the hood up. Oh, it's windy. Oh, I might lose my hand. Hopefully these lights on my car stay on a little bit. So this is Boulder in the distance. You can, oh, and then my car just took away. Maybe I can hit unlock and get them back on. Okay. So you can do these. These are little, I don't know what to call them, binoculars. You can almost look into people's houses with these. And then here's Boulder. Here's where we're going. I know it's in the daytime. It's anything but. Oh! And it's this dark. I always wonder if we're gonna have to fight some kind of like raccoon or something. There's a lot of things out here. Coyotes, jackalopes. Don't blow away, Jeremy. Rest in peace, George Foreman, definitely. I don't know where I would be without the George Foreman grill. I've owned probably 5 George Foreman grills. That's how I used to cook burgers, bacon, poppers. Jeremy, your hair's gonna get messy. I have a shaved head, so that's the one box that I'm not worried about checking. I wish I had hair to get messy though. I was always the kid with the foolish hairstyle. Like the dyed hair, mohawk, with Aquanet just dripping off the tips. Now it's no hair, don't care. It takes me 35 seconds to get ready. As soon as I have clothes on, I'm like, I'll be in the car. I'm ready. I've been to Fond du Lac before. Nice. So this is 36, put on a parachute. This is 36 going into Boulder. I don't know if I've even... Yeah, we did stream this. When I first moved here, we did a daytime stream. There used to be this show with like Terry Bradshaw, George Foreman, William Shatner. What's the guy that plays Fonzie? Oh, Henry Winkler. And then this comedian that I think is funny. I think his name's Jeff Dye. They had this kind of travel show for a little bit, and I liked George Foreman before that. I really liked him after that reality show. He seemed like such a cool guy. When I stayed with my dad for a little bit, he was like, I'll do the cooking if you do all the cleaning. And at the time, I was like naive enough to be like, cool, yeah, you do the cooking, I'll do the cleaning. And then he would just burn the pans, the Foreman grill, just not caring because he didn't have to clean anything. And one of the worst things was cleaning the Foreman grill. I would almost rather buy a new one because they would always look like almost rusty. We put a lot of miles on our Foreman grills. Oh, did you guys watch that Terry Bradshaw one? Yeah, Terry Bradshaw used to always fight with William Shatner. And you could tell that both of them like had such a huge ego that neither one wanted to back down. And then Henry Winkler was like the little peacemaker. I think George Foreman was kind of a peacemaker too. But William Shatner, he's spicy. He still thinks he's Captain Kirk. He's got like a lifetime membership to being Captain Kirk. Living alone is so nice. I used to love living alone too. But now that I have a wife, things are a lot cleaner. My grocery, the things I get to choose from are just a lot better. When I was growing up, my dad took care of my sister and I for a while. And he used to literally just make us a piece of meat for dinner. And then sometimes put one other thing. Baked potato, macaroni, or something else. But that was it. We just ate one thing. Piece of meat that was usually burned. And that's why I still like everything well done, because I just grew up thinking that was how you do it. Yeah. And then my mom would come around and she's like, no, we have several choices of what to eat for dinner. We're like, what? This is so foreign. All right, we made it to Boulder. Oh, this dude has a scrubbed plate. Look at this. Look at how scrubbed out he is. That's Dre. Okay, we're in Boulder. I'm gonna do not a quick lap, but do a lap in Boulder, see what's happening. It's Saturday night. It's 10 o'clock, just a little bit after 10. I think we can hang out here for a little bit. Oh, look at the scooter bros on the right. And then maybe if I have enough energy, we'll push it into Denver. And then do a little bit of buffering in Denver before I call it quits. Thank you again to Jacob from Dad's Gone Live for stopping in. Thank you to Ellie for the 10,000 gifted subs. Let's go to Longmont. We used to call that Bongmont. There's not a lot going on in Longmont. We did get pretty close. What do you want to check out in Longmont? Just out of curiosity. What do you even know that's in Longmont? Pay attention to the driving in here. This is where a lot of college students are just froggering across the road. The dorms are off to my right, and then the left side is like frat houses, sorority houses, student living. Oh, look at homeboy right here is trying to race us. He's driving it in the wrong gear just to let us know. You hear him? Sounds like his car is farting. STI flatulence right there. Linda and I have one car right now. For the last couple of years, we've been sharing a car. She'll come back from just getting groceries or just something normal, and she's like, everybody tries to race me in your car. Like, yeah, because it looks rowdy. It sounds like a T-Rex. We're not driving a Prius. We're driving a sport racing technology Jeep. It looks pretty chill up here. When I met up with Chamois Cakes and I told her that I got a piercing up here on the hill, it was right here. It was that black awning right there. I either got my nose pierced there or I got my labret. And it was, I think it was called tribal rights back then too. You picked out a piece of jewelry, and if you bought their overpriced jewelry, then you got a free piercing. And at the time I was 15, and I asked my mom and she said yes. And then I went in and I was like, yeah, my mom said yes. And they're like, we need something written. And I was like, okay, cool. My mom wrote me a permission slip on a napkin, and it was enough for them to poke a hole in me. Look at the bikes. Meow. Sick. This is the hill. This is the Fox Theater. Gimme disco dance party. Looks like somebody is getting arrested at Waffle Lab. Waffle Lab is on the left right here. The cops are definitely checking somebody out. Oh, they've got a girl detained back here. Everybody else is just hanging out. It looks like there's a girl in handcuffs. This has been here forever, the sink. And then Ginger Pig on the corner. Oh, we're running the yellow. Oh! This convenience store is called Every Day. Every day I'm hustling. See this Amazon box right here? My brother-in-law used to work for Amazon, and one of his responsibilities was installing the concrete things in front of the Amazon boxes. I can't think of what the word is. There's some very specific word for what that's called. Rush Bowls right here, Insomnia Cookies, Asian street food. 2 cops are walking around the corner here. I bet they're gonna go pee in the alley. What do you want to bet? These 2 cops right here. So here's the other side of all these cops. Maybe I can zoom in on the girl getting detained. This is where she was right here. I've seen a lot of debauchery in this area, so you really have to be going above and beyond to get a visit from the cops. It's kind of like in Vegas. Like, if you're getting harassed by the cops, you probably did something pretty epic. Like, they see everything up here. All right, 1 cop's leaving, 2 staying. A lot of tattoo shops. They must be doing a lot of business. I'm seeing them everywhere. I like this girl's outfit right here. I've been here, I'll stream. What up, Lindsay? What up, Ellie, Jetta? I didn't see you in here, Lindsay. What up? Happy Saturday. There's some girl getting detained in front of us. See that smoke that's coming out? I don't think that's from the waffle iron. There's a lot of chiba that gets smoked over here. What do you think? Should we go around? Oh, no, the cop's leaving. That cop to my left was just giving me the look like, what are you looking at? Legendary place to watch concerts here, Fox Theater. Ooh, look at this green van. Live from Boulder. There's a place on my left right there, Fat Shack. That does stay open late. It's burgers and good fast food. I don't know if that qualifies as fast food. It stays open late. And then there's a wing place. This is College. To my right, there's a place called Wingin' It on the Hill. It's this upstairs spot. Pretty cool too. If I'm trying to get wings, I'm probably going to Dark Horse. This is a little underground spot that you can get back to campus. These always remind me of Animal House. Like just the way that they look, it looks so like 70s or 80s. That is Chai Alpha? I'm probably getting that wrong. Then anybody that owned these houses probably already sold it to a management company that rents it out to students. And since it's this whole neighborhood in my mind is like student housing. I don't know why a regular family would want to live here. It's just nonstop parties, especially when it's warm out. see the stable of scooters right here? Like this is how a lot of people are getting home tonight. They also have this thing here in Colorado called Green Bike, or else they used to. It's a free bike. And so if you see a green bike, a bike that's completely covered green, it's probably a free bike that you can take. Whoa, look at this. Speaking of Animal House, you remember when they took the dude's, I think it was like his parents' car or something, were they going to see Smokey Robinson or something? Every time I drive here, I just start remembering all of these different nights because my brother lived one block left of here, but this was the spot. The hill has always been kind of like the hot spot of the area. You don't even need to have anything planned. You can just come up here and hang out. It's 10:17 on Saturday. Look how dead it is. It's blown my mind because this This used to just be one huge outdoor party. I feel sorry for kids nowadays. Like, I think the internet, cell phones. Oh, this guy has a cat on his shoulder. You're damn right I got a cat on my shoulder. Why wouldn't I? Oh, that cat is secondhand smoking some kush too. Yeah, buddy. Oh! Oh, was that just a... Oh, I see a leash. I thought that that was just Heathcliff, like, taking a ride. Wow, it really looks dead out here. Oh, it's spring break. Thank you for letting me know. But it is different. I was talking to some friends of mine the other day about what it was like before phones. I mean, when I was growing up, they just had that big ass brick Zach Morris phone. And then we all had pagers. And that was pretty cool. Pull over up here. Somebody just paged me. I need to call them back. They put -911. I got to call them back right away. And then you call them back and they're like, oh, there's a party going on over here. You're like, we just exited the highway to call you back. And that's what you have to tell us. I was at a concert one night. So I was at a Lagwagon concert, if anybody knows that punk band. And we watched the bass player get beat up. And after that, the bouncers at the club, it was Mammoth Events Center on Colfax downtown. It's called the Fillmore now. But my friends and I watched the bass player Lagwagon get beat up. And after he got beat up, he was like, did anybody see what happened? My friends and I were like, yeah, we all saw it. And he's like, can we get your number? And that was back in like the 7-digit dialing days. We had to put the area code down, which is like crazy. And I was telling Linda, I was like, yeah, the lawyer called my answering machine, and I said, I just never erased the message that he had. I said, that message is probably still on that cassette somewhere, wherever that answering machine is. And she was like, you had a cassette in your answering machine? I was like, of course I did. Who didn't? That's how you had an answering machine. Like, there wasn't a hard... We were dealing with floppy disks back then. Like, having a cassette answering machine was like top quality. I had the regular cassette, the full size, and the mini cassette. The mini cassette was better. Also, I don't think I've ever said this publicly, but we had this answering machine, and there was a feature on there that you could check your messages even when you weren't at home. And I think the code was 4321. So it says, like, somebody has a custom message, please leave your message after the beep, beep. And then if you hit 4321, it would, if the person had never changed that password, it would say, you have 5 new messages, and you could literally check your messages. So we had a very generic answering machine. And so whenever I would get pushed onto somebody's answering machine, I would just try it. I'd do like 4321, and then sometimes it would get us into the admin and like, would you like to create a new outgoing message? And so that's what we were notorious for, is we would find people that had the same answering machine, that had the default code, and then we would change their outgoing message. And the reason that we stopped doing that is because one of our friends thought that we broke into their house. They were like, how else would you have changed our message? I'm like, no, it's you never changed the default. So we called in, and you know, we ended up changing it remotely. They're like, no, you were in our house. We were like, no, we were not in your house. I'll show you. Just don't pick up the phone. I'm gonna call you right now. I also used to call 900 numbers. I got in trouble when I was a little kid for calling 900 numbers. It was usually like pro wrestling, and like I wanted to talk to Stinger or the Ultimate Warrior or something like that. Yeah, 900 numbers were a big thing. And my favorite dance is called the 900 number. Ed Lover from MTV. There's a song by DJ Cool called Let Me Clear My Throat. Let me clear my throat. The only dance that you can do during that song is the 900 number. Prank calls, that's what we did. We made a lot of prank calls. A lot of people had a sense of humor for that back then. This is back when you had a separate box that was caller ID, and if you had that box, you were like living in the future. Oh, I know who that was that called. It came up on the caller ID. So much so that when my high school would call, I would try to distract my parents. My high school used to have this robocall, and it would call and say, your son or daughter missed one or more classes at North Glen High School today. So I would see it on the caller ID, and I would distract my parents and then get to the answering machine before they did. I just remember having a really good time. I liked being young. I still like that there is no record of any of that. It felt good to just be living life in the moment. When you go to a concert now, it's just everybody holding a phone, trying to record. When I used to go to a concert, it was just people smiling. Yeah, living in the moment. I've been trying to do that more lately. Like, make it a point to, I'm not going to check my phone. We just drove by the Mork and Mindy house. I think I missed it. Or maybe it's this block. I tried to see if I could do it without looking it up, but so far I'm blowing it. Yeah, I don't remember seeing two turnarounds. Hold on. Look how dark it is down here. Here, I'm gonna kill the lights so you can see it. Oh, I can't kill my running lights. Look how dark it is. All right, let me put this in. This looks like the original building right here, made out of brick. What's on this? Is it on this street? Oh, it's on Pine. I was on the wrong street. I was creeping. I was like, this doesn't look like it. I was on the total wrong street. How many people in this chat used to watch Mork and Mindy? I think it's this one right here. This is where Mindy used to pull in with her Jeep, right here. I'm home. Mork, come out. Oh, we have some people that watched it. Mork from Ork. I used to watch Facts of Life with Mrs. Garrett, Tootie. Who else was on Facts of Life besides Mrs. Garrett and Tootie? I don't hear a lot of people with the nickname Tootie. Or maybe that was her government name. I don't know. What's Tootie short for? Tootie. Oh, Blair. Hell yeah, Blair. I can't believe I forgot Blair. How dare I? Natalie. Definitely Natalie. Blair was a partier. Joe? Yeah, Joe. I didn't bring my stabilizer because I didn't think we'd be getting out. Because Linda was like, just go out for an hour, get some food, and then call it a night. You need some sleep. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. She's like, yeah, right. Oh, look at this guy's hat that's about to cross. I wonder at what age I'll start wearing a fedora. This guy's got one right here. What is the right age for a fedora? Like late 40s, right? This says, clean your dirty face. The light isn't letting you see the clean. Clean your dirty face. Is that like a facial soap store? I'm out of the loop. When you're Frank Sinatra. What up, Turtle Butt? Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Look at the fashion right here. Oh, this could be me right here with a fedora. Looks like Jackson Pollock onesie. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. You know what? A singing guy probably just heard me say that, and he's like, no. Let me take it from here, young buck. Who would stay if I drove all the way to Denver from here? It's only 10:30. Oh, I forgot to give you my Voodoo Donut review. So last Saturday when I was here, I started this stream at, oh, Randy. I might need to pull over to read this one. Hold on. Let me find a place to pull over. What the heck is that? Looks like a Ferris wheel over here, but it's a crane. What is that? They've been doing construction here for a long time. Randy, let me see. Pull over right here. Oh, almost hit the curb. I'm gonna pull over in front of this frat house, I think. Phi Delta Gamma Beta Sigma. We were ultra nerds in 1980. We wanted to do 900 numbers, so we figured out how to tap into other people's phone lines, called the 900 numbers. Our glory was calling from the police numbers. That's awesome. You should have had a movie made about you. That sounds epic. I had a cousin that got in trouble for calling the New Kids on the Block hotline. New Kids on the Block had a 900 number. I wonder what was on there. Oh, there's more cops back on the hill. What the heck? just leaving from the incident earlier? Oh, this guy, oh, they're pulling somebody over. And then this dude's dropping the dime. License and registration, please. Where are you coming from? If I ask everybody else in the car, are they going to tell me the same thing? If I go through your car right now and look, am I going to find anything illegal? Well, somebody in the back seat said that he's coming from somewhere else, so already your stories aren't matching up. Oh my God, look at this guy's coat. Look at this guy's coat in the, oh my God, I'm blocking him, in the white. He's wearing like a popcorn looking fur coat. There's somebody behind me that's mad at me, but whoa. This dude needs a cat on his shoulder ASAP. Damn, look at his shoulder. He is chilling. That's exactly the kind of energy I'd have on that shoulder. I'd be like leaning. I'd say, what's your story? And then I'd have a cigarette with like an extension. What's your story? I'd say it all low like that in my James Earl Jones voice. Charlie Beats, thank you for 14 months. That's dope. Thank you, Charlie. I think girls like it when you say, what's your story? I don't know why. I've had a lot of success with that. What's your story? They're like, ooh, I thought you would never ask. Well, it all started. You're like, oh my God, I need a seat. This sounds like you're going all the way back. That cat would have been much happier on that white fur coat. I used to, so 16th Street Mall in downtown Denver, there are a lot of people that would, it was panhandling basically, but they were doing something. They had art or they had some kind of a gimmick. They were breakdancing and then they had a hat so that you could donate money to them. That was the first time that I ever saw this. There was a guy that used to have a dog. On the back of the dog was a cat, and on the back of the cat was a mouse. So it's a dog either standing or sitting, and then on his back a cat, and on the cat's back a mouse. He was making, I swear to you, he was making like $170,000. Everybody that passed by wanted to take a photo with their like disposable camera back then, and he had a sign that said no free photos, $1 donation suggested or whatever. And he couldn't count the money fast enough. Then later, I don't remember where I was, Telluride. I was in some mountain town and I saw another guy. I saw the dog and the cat and the mouse. And I go, oh, I've seen you before on 16th Street Mall. And he was like, no, that was somebody else. And then I realized that was just like a gimmicky thing. Like there are several, well, probably even more than that, but people train the dog and the cat and the mouse to do that. And no, they were walking around. He said they're probably super glued. No. But then one year when I was working at X Games, so after we had X Games in LA, we went to Austin. We used to rent out Staples Center and LA Live. And in LA, they would raise the price every year. So finally, X Games was like, no, we're going to go to Austin, Texas. And they rented this venue called COTA. It's a Circuit of the Americas, like an Indy 500 racetrack. And we threw our event there. I was there one year, and they had the water skiing squirrel. Has anybody ever seen that? It's a little remote control boat and behind the remote control boat is a water skiing squirrel. I have so many photos, so many videos. Like, I was so excited. That year, Metallica did the national anthem. I didn't care. Kanye West was the artist. That's back when he had just gotten together with Kim Kardashian. I got to read Kanye West's writer. He wanted white carpet in every room. Like, the hotel room that he stayed in, they had to get it staple gunned with white carpet. He had the craziest writer. But the only reason I'm even saying any of that is the highlight of my whole X Games year that year was meeting this squirrel. Well, not meeting him, seeing him. I didn't get to meet him. And I talked to the trainer, and I was like, oh my God, I've seen this squirrel on these commercials and these different things. It's such an honor for me to meet this squirrel. And she laughed at me and she goes, there are a ton of these. She goes, this is not the original squirrel. This is like number 15 or something. And I was like, oh, that makes more sense. And she's like, yeah. She's like, you just have to train them as a baby to do it. And she was like, so you kind of like put them in a little jumpsuit thing that's attached, and they get the balancing right and whatever. And she's like, tons of treats. They need to know that they're getting treats at the end. But yeah, I was like, I wasn't devastated, but I was just like, why didn't I think that there were more than one water skiing squirrel? And then I was like, who? Because you just never, like, when you're in school, the counselor tells you, like, you should be a mechanic, you should be a teacher. I would have totally wanted to be like a squirrel water ski instructor or something cool like that. But I just didn't know these things existed. I didn't know that these options were around. I didn't have the internet. Well, I did, but my internet was dial-up. It was 56K. And when you signed on, it used to go and then you knew, like, ooh, I'm getting ready for some slow scrolling on the 300 web pages that exist in the whole world. And then I'd sign on to AOL Online, AIM, and I used to chat with people on AIM. That was the first chat room I was ever in, was AIM. Anybody else have that experience? Does anybody still have an Earthlink email address? Netscape Navigator, for sure. They used to send me CDs in the mail, like, this is 1 hour of AOL Online. Yeah, the AOL chat rooms were dope. I still have one friend that I met over AIM in those chat rooms. ICQ, for sure. Wow, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Alright, so we're leaving Boulder. I see somebody talking about the Ramseys. That was where Patsy and John Ramsey were under investigation for a long time, the John Bonet murder. Alright, so this is what it looks like to go from Boulder to Denver. I'm going to try to push us into Denver. We're trying to set a record for 2 big cities in one night. I don't think Boulder's a big city, but usually we either hang out in Denver or Boulder. Tonight we're going to try to hit both. Because I still have coffee. I bid you a big hello earlier, Jeremy, but you didn't see the message. Hey, William Wallace, I'm sorry about that. Sorry I missed that. Kind of been in and out of the chat tonight. This says 19 minutes to Denver. We could make it there in 16 minutes, but I can't speed. The cops here are bored. They would love to meet me. How far is Denver? It's 18. Here, I'll show you. 18 miles and 19 minutes. There's a big aerospace industry to my left. Lockheed Martin. Oh! I just saw something flash in the sky. Anybody else see that? At the 155 mark. I'm gonna go back and look. I just saw something flash to the like 10, 11 o'clock position. It was kind of like shooting star-esque, but I don't know. I'm gonna go back and look. 155. Skunk Works, yep. Did anybody else see that? It looked like a golden flash, like orangish yellow. If anybody remembers the movie Fire in the Sky, that happened here in Colorado. So it was some loggers that were just above Boulder, I think. They were doing some work out there, and one of the members of the crew got abducted by an alien spaceship. And they hypnotized him. And when he was hypnotized, he remembered all the stuff that he saw. I don't remember the actor's name. It was something Cooper. Not D.B. Cooper, but it was something like along those lines, I think. That movie used to scare me when I was a kid. It was a true story. Yeah, I thought it was a true story at the time. I still think it's a true story. One time I was camping. There's a place here called Guernsey. It's kind of in the middle of the state. Kind of over by Deckers. Some friends and I were out there camping. We had eaten a couple mushrooms, but that's not relevant to the story. We were looking up in the sky. We had this beautiful view, and there started to be an electrical storm in the clouds. So the clouds had blue lightning in them, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Like, it wasn't a small electrical storm, it was a big electrical storm, and I was seeing sideways blue lightning bolts in the clouds. It was remarkable, and we just had the best view because when you're out there, there's no light pollution. It felt amazing. It's cool to be camping like that and just feel so small out there. That was also the same camping trip where my friends and I were in the tent, and we were kind of getting ready. It was the end of the night. We're getting ready to go to sleep, and we see this huge shadow being cast on our tent. And then we could hear like really loud breathing. And so we're in the mountains. We're like, that's a moose or a bear. Either way, we're done. Like, we're in this tiny tent. Like, they're just gonna snack us. So we're in there all trying not to move, not making any sound. We're watching this shadow like get all over our stuff. And then we started realizing like, oh, it's licking our pots and pans. Like, we didn't do a good enough job of getting rid of our cooking pots and pans for the night. And so we're sitting in there, we're like assuming it's a bear. And so my friends, there were at least 3 of us in the tent. They were like, one of us has to look out there and see like what's going on. I don't know how they picked me, but they picked me to be the one that looked. And so I had to unzip the tent, and I was doing it like one tooth at a time, you know, like on a zipper, it's all these like teeth. I was doing it so slowly and so quietly. I look out and I'm expecting to see like a gnarly bear. I used to watch this movie called Great Outdoors when I was young. Dan Aykroyd and John Candy. And there was a scene where like a bear gets, I think it broke into their house, but I was just assuming it was a bear. So I unzip the teeth on this tent and I look out, and it was a cow. It was like a wild cow that was putting its nasty tongue all over our pots and pans and whatever. But I knew that like my friends behind me were like waiting for my reaction to see, you know, what it was. And I was so relieved. I was like, oh shit, it's a cow. But in that moment, I was like, I can scare the shit out of my friends. And so I turned back with this look on my face like we're gonna die. And at least two of them, I remember it being at least three of us, they looked terrified. They looked like, oh my God, whatever he's seeing is like scaring him and it should scare us too. And then I just unzipped the tent really fast and exposed this cow. And then they were like, they were relieved, but they were so mad. I was so relieved. I thought we were gonna die. I thought we were gonna all be like trapped in this tent. Did anybody ever see the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? I think it's Revenant. It's the one. Is that the movie where he gets beaten up by this bear in the woods? It's crazy. I think it's Revenant. It doesn't feel right. Something along those lines. Is that it? Is it Revenant? If you haven't watched that movie, you're not missing out on much because it wasn't the greatest movie. But that scene was the greatest scene. If you want something to look up on YouTube, look up the bear scene Revenant and turn the bass all the way up. The bear is like snarling and alright, let me be quiet for a couple minutes and drink some coffee. We're going through Westminster right now. It says we're 11 minutes out from Denver. It's 11 o'clock, 11 minutes. And just a heads up, it might buffer a little bit. We had some bad buffering areas last Friday. Last Friday is when I ate that crazy street hot dog. Hold on, I need to get in the right lane. There's a dude behind me that's driving like he's got a pregnant woman in the car. Where are you going, bro? With the urgency. Oh, now he's behaving. I used to live in this area right here. I worked in downtown Denver for a couple years, and I would have to drive from here into downtown Denver at 7 in the morning, and this was a parking lot. And then to the left is the HOV lane. That lane was always empty. It was all single drivers over here. Jeremy, I love your stories. Tell more. Let me think of ones that are able to be let out into the public. I have a lot of stories that are not ready to be on the written record. We used to, when I lived here, we used to go to the Goodwill a lot. There's also a thrift store called ARC, A-R-C. And that was back when like Blink 182 and those kind of bands were out. I used to bleach my hair blonde. We would go to these different thrift stores looking for jackets that had other people's names on them. Preferably like old people's names. Like Laverne or like an old... I used to like Chevron jackets or Phillips 66 with an old guy's name on it. I don't know why. That was just like something that we did. The skater kids liked that. one of the jackets I used to love, it was like neon green and it said Bimbo on it. Bimbo, like the bread company. That's what we wore. We wore Jinko jeans, which were the big, huge leg jeans, and then some kind of vintage top. And when Linda met me, so my wife and I, we've been together about 10 years. When she met me, I was wearing bigger jeans, and she would always tell me, like, I don't like that. I don't think that looks cool. If you were wondering if I liked that, the answer is no, I don't like that. Because that's all I had at the time. Like, I had probably 6 pairs of jeans in the rotation. They were all bigger. At some point, probably like within the last 5 years, I started wearing jeans that fit. And immediately she was like, those look better. And then I was like, this actually kind of feels better. Like there's like less pant just blowing in the wind. As soon as I stopped wearing the bigger pants, that's when that fashion came back. And that's happened to me so many times in my life. Like, I'm on the outside of what's popular, and then as soon as I switch, the trend switches. That's happened to me so many times. With a lot of things. Music, fashion. I'm an outsider. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel. That's from Pee-wee's Big Adventure at the very end. You are a trendsetter. I'm definitely not a trendsetter. And listen to Skinny Puppy. What people here used to do was after they were done with the cigarette lighter, like let's say the lighter fluid or butane or whatever ran out of the lighter, they would take the metal piece off the top of the lighter and they would put it on top of the bill of their hat. So you'd see like somebody that had a dead Kennedy's coat, and the lapel or like the inside of the coat would just have these the metal tops of lighters. And I saw a kid the other day that had that. I haven't seen that since high school. And I pointed it out to Linda. And I go, look at all the metal things on that guy's hat and his coat. And Linda goes, what's that for? And I was like, oh, that's just like something that they used to do for fashion. And she goes, what's the purpose of that? And I was like, well, it's kind of to let people know that you smoke. And she's like, why would you want to let people know that you smoke? I was like, because back in the day, that's like people wanted to hang out with other people that were like them. And when you listened to punk music and you smoked, like that's how you were like, hey, we're very similar, we should hang out. She was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Linda's in her 30s, so, and I'm in my mid 40s. So yeah, sometimes I tell Linda and she hears the explanation and she's like, that is so stupid. Like, yeah. These are different generations. Like, you never think what your parents were into was cool. Oh, this dude just wants to, here you go, get in there. We just passed a biker bar called Grizzly Rose. And then there's a strip club in Denver called Shotgun Willie's. That's like one of the big strip clubs. Oh, it stinks right here. It smells like a refinery. There's a refinery just outside of city limits. It smells really bad right here. I think my chat might have frozen. If you're still in the chat, let me know where you're watching from tonight. I'm trying to see if my chat is frozen or not. Can you grab me some edibles? Mushrooms are also legal in Colorado. They legalized recreational psilocybin. Atchison. Oh, the Colorado Avalanche beat. Oh, is it called the Rose? Is it not Grizzly Rose? Is it just the Rose? Salt Lake City, Kiwi from Hamilton. What up, Roadman? Okay, this is one of my favorite ways to enter the city. This is Park Avenue, and we're gonna pop out right over by Coors Field, where the Colorado Rockies play baseball. All right, we did it. We were in Boulder for a little bit. Now we're in Denver. Is it buffering? I mean, we were buffering last weekend in Denver, so it's not gonna blow my mind. There's a dude in front of me that has a license plate that's hanging on for dear life. No, we're already buffering. How? Buffer, Colorado. Here, this is the license plate that I said was about to blow off. Look at this. You better hope that one screw has a lot of twists on it. Hyundai sedan. Yeah, that matches. Okay, so we are downtown. There's some places where the signal is pretty strong. Jeez, bro. There are other places where it's gonna buffer, so if I see it buffering, I'll do my best just to leave the area as fast as I can. If the stream cuts out, so if right in the middle it goes away and it never comes back, there's a possibility that I'll light up my backup channel. It's called Jeremy Reed 1980. It's on YouTube. There's an outside chance that I'll light that stream up and play music, or I just go home and go to bed, which is probably what I need to do. This is Coors Field. This is where the baseball team plays. This says home run Saturday 5K May 31st. Oh, that's probably like a marathon or something. Well, if it's 5K, it's probably not a marathon. It's maybe a running event. Oh, we found the crowds though. Woo! There are a lot of people out here. I think that might make the reception worse. Girls in Denver wear these short skirts. This is the preferred outfit out here. Black pencil skirt. And then count how many dudes are hitting vapes. A lot of vapes out here. Whoa. Look at the name of this street. Tooley Street. That's not really the name of the street. Neve is having fried rice and eggs. That sounds good. Pass me a little bit of that. This is the Ballpark Museum. The refinery. Bacon wrapped hot dog cart right here. This is big in Denver. Homemade topper for your truck. Happens a lot. This girl's wearing sunglasses right here. Whoa, look at these peanuts. Woo! No more hot dogs? Deal. That was my hot dog of the century, so don't think we're going to be repeating that. I'm seeing a tour bus right here. Wonder who's in town. Is Willie Nelson in town this weekend? Bash nightclub, that was a cool spot. Look at these tour buses right here. It's like Brett Michaels' Rock of Love is in town. It stinks down here. Oh look, here's the back of the stage. They're putting all the DJ equipment back in Post Malone's truck right here. Coming in hot. Coming in lukewarm. Last week you made me get DLTs. Oh, nice. You got the Locos Tacos. That's a short skirt. DLTs. That's funny. All right, welcome everybody. This is downtown Denver. It may or may not buffer out. I don't know. I'm just going to cruise us around for a little bit. It's just past 11 o'clock. I don't know what we're going to see. I'm a little tired, but I think I can hang for at least another hour or so. McDonald's used to have McDLT. What is that? What did that stand for? DLT. I liked being down here when there was snow everywhere, ice skating rinks, lots of lights, but it was also freezing. I would get out of the car and then just start going into hypothermia. Donald Fielding, sorry I made you get DLTs last week. What'd you think though? That stands for Doritos Locos Taco. Jeez, this dude got smashed. Jeremy DLT, do lunch today. McDLT. Do lunch today? How creative. Do lunch today. Sounds like caveman saying that. I do lunch in stomach. Who you calling loco, ese? Who you trying to get crazy with, ese? Don't you know I'm Doritos Locos Tacos? How's everybody feeling? Happy Saturday night. I felt like trash last night. I felt like I was about to come down with a cold, And then when I woke up this morning, I thought it would be worse, and it was better. Ooh, is this the historic church? It sure looks like it. There's some super old... Oh! On Thursday, after I went snowboarding with my friend, he's a member at Denver Athletic Club. It's called DAC. And he took me in there. I took a lot of photos. I was just blown away at the history in that place. It's been around since the 1800s, and they had photos in there from the 1800s. They had trophies in there from the 1800s. I was loving all of it. My friend was just looking at me like, do you really need all these pictures? And I was looking back at him like, yeah, I do. I need all these. I'm going to find a place to park, and then I'll show you a couple. Here, I'll go down here. Hold on. Oh, let me hopefully find a spot that has reception. I'm going to try to pull up behind this red truck over here. Viva Gordita has dropped the chalupa. My mom had a friend, so when we were living in Denver, that's when they had the Yo Quiero Taco Bell. They had that little Chihuahua commercial. And one of my mom's friends said out loud, how long do you think it took them to teach that dog how to talk? And that was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my whole life. Hold on. I'm going to find these pictures. Enchiritos are legendary. Here's a Nuggets jersey that I got for Linda, but she doesn't like the way it fits. But isn't it so dope? This is like a throwback. It's Braun. I think it's so cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it though, because she doesn't think it fits right. Oh, here we go. All right, forgive me for the zooming. Wait, hold on. So this picture, 1892. And then it was a picture of what Denver looked like in 1892, like the city skyline. Look at this. Hold on. Oh, man. This is going to be painful because I suck at zooming on this app. Right here. Let me try to get my finger in there. Right here, there's a smokestack with like black smoke coming out of it. And this is what downtown Denver looked like in 1892 or something. So this Denver Athletic Club, like there was a Mayor Hickenlooper, if anybody knows who that is. He had a locker in there. This is the basketball court inside. And then the outside, these were all like legendary Colorado athletes from all the way back in the 1800s. And so I was looking at the trophy. Oh, this was the kickboxing room, which I thought was awesome. This is Dan Issel. He's a legendary Denver athlete. Colorado Athlete of the Year, Dan Issel, 1980. Another guy I like a lot is Wes Welker. He was on the Broncos for a while. Colorado Athlete of the Year, 2014. Denver Broncos. This was the Denver Athletic Club football team, 1895. Here's a picture of all of them. They're all wearing a sweater. That's back when they used to have just like leather as the helmet. But here, they used to have a basketball team here called the Denver Rockets. And I heard that they had to change it because there was Houston Rockets. And people kept getting it confused. But yeah, this was the OG basketball team here, Denver Rockets. I don't know if I got a picture of it, but no, I didn't. So there was a picture of people watching badminton, like old school badminton. And then you looked at the racket, and the racket was like this big. It was like an extra large chocolate chip cookie. Like that was the size. And the strings looked like it was braided out of horsehair or something. And I looked in, so the picture is like two athletes playing badminton. I look in the crowd, 100% of the crowd wearing suits. 100% of the crowd. And like a fedora-ish looking hat. But that trips me out so much. Like, even if you were poor, no matter what, you were wearing a suit in the early 1900s. Everybody wearing a suit. You're going to go out and change the oil in your car, tuxedo. You're going to go have an Easter egg fight, I don't know. Paint a house, put on your full suit. I think I even threatened once to wear a suit for a full year. I don't remember it was some bet that I had, but I was like, if I lose this bet, I'm going to wear a suit every day for a year just to challenge myself. I remember Dan Issel. I remember Dan Issel too. He was in the Nuggets organization for something. And then he did have a building named after him. Hold on, let me see. Oh, this is something. This has nothing to do with Denver Athletic Club. I was driving on I-25. This dude had a dually truck, but then he had a Dodge tail light that he customized. I still don't even know what to say. Like, I like it when people fabricate their own stuff like this. But I don't even know what to call that. Charger tail light. And those are big dually tires. Those aren't the thin ones. They would wear suits and nice dresses to the USA Air Base here. Oh, wow. I wonder what they would think. Like, picture them getting in a time machine and showing up right now in 2025. And they're like, wait, why is everybody wearing pajama bottoms and Crocs? We're like, oh, that's the fashion right now. They're like, no, it can't be. This is the future. We're like, yep, this is the future. Welcome. Hope you brought your nightgown to wear to Denny's. Does anybody know who Stavros Halkias is? He's a comedian. I think he was at Paramount. So that's Paramount Theater in front of us. Stavros was just in town. Is this the 22nd? Yeah. He's here tonight. This is the crowd on my right that probably just got out from seeing Stavi. I love Stavi, baby. That's his name. Look at this dude just learning how to drive right in front of us. Sick. He didn't even back up enough to make that turn. Oh, he's gonna go for it anyway. Maybe he's Uber. I like Stavros. I'm hearing the wind whipping. Whoa, look at this sign over here. The wind is a whipping. Woo! Oh, and right when I said that, it stopped. This is Stavros. He's got the body of a Greek god. Very handsome gentleman. Whip it real good. Whip it, whip it. We still have 600 people in here. Welcome, everybody. This is the historic Brown Palace Hotel. What's crazy is this, when I was in the Denver Athletic Club had been there since the 1800s, but then also that Brown Palace Hotel. It's been there forever. All right, at my buffer through here. This is right down by the state capitol. This is the state capitol on the left. This is a mile high up in the air. 5,280 feet high. And coming up on my right is where I ate the bacon wrapped hot dog last Friday. There's my taco spot, Torchy's Tacos. Earlier when I was talking about Texas, they literally had a truck that pulled up. So this is at X Games in Austin. Oh, look at this dude dancing right here. Ted Danson right here. Theodore Danson. We found him. The truck would pull up. And in the back of a truck, you know how like if it was Mad Max or something, in the bed of the truck there'd be a big gun or like a launcher. This truck pulled up and it had what looked like a... Actually, the best way for me to describe it, does anybody remember American Gladiators? Where Laser or one of the guys had that tennis ball shooter thing and the people would be doing the obstacle course and he'd be trying to shoot tennis balls at him. Maybe that's an obscure reference, but that's what I used to watch, American Gladiators. This guy used to shoot tennis balls. Well, this truck pulls up, and in the back of the truck, he looked like he had one of those cannons. It was a burrito cannon. And everybody in the crowd knew what it was. And, oh, over here, like it was a t-shirt gun. Oh, throw one over here. And they were launching burritos into the crowd. Burritos in like foil. People were catching them and just unwrapping them and eating burritos. I was like, this is the most Texas thing ever. Like I'm very specific with how I like my burrito. Also, Denver loves green chili. Denver is famous for their green chili. If anybody wants to look that up, look up Torchy's Taco Burrito Cannon. It's probably going to pull up something in Texas. Sick, bro. This dude right here he was behind us and then he ran the risk to get in front of us. Oh, this is a taxi. No wonder he's driving like that. He's a taxi. He's got one of them. Oh, he's gonna get on that inside lane and race everybody. Too Fast, Too Furious Taxi Edition right here. 002 Taxi. All right, he's gonna run it at the light. Here he goes. You know what I want to get into is curling. It's that ice sport where you like glide this big weight on the ice and then you get behind it with broomsticks. Or no, you get in front of it with broomsticks. I think it looks like fun. They have it in the Olympics and they're like drinking beer while they're competing in the Olympics. Curling. Hurry, 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 hurry. Jeremy's curling team. Let's see if we can get sponsored by Cheese Curls. Combining two passions, curling and cheese. Or maybe we should get a cheese curd sponsor. Either way, something to do with cheese. Even if it's Cheez-Its, I'll settle for that. Denver Country Club right here, I think. Wow, we're going to all the 1800 bougie spots. Brown Palace, Denver Athletic Club, Denver Country Club. Now we're coming up on Cherry Creek Mall. Cybertrucks are recalled. I heard that. I think I read that some of the like stainless steel paneling can just fly off. So they recalled like 64,000. It's a lot. I think I saw like 15,000 of those when I lived in Southern California. They have them out here, but not in the same quantity. Actually, in my old apartment complex in Irvine, this guy had one. This is real early. This is before they had, like, this is before they started shipping them to the pre-order people. And I recognized it because of the headlight, or the front light on the Cybertruck is just one long line light. And so I saw where they parked, and it was in my apartment complex, so I went over and was checking it out. Was taking pictures of it, and the guy was like, "Can you please not post those pictures?" I was like, "Dude, don't even worry. Like, these are just for me." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have this out." And I didn't believe him. I was just like, whatever. He just didn't want me to take pictures of it. There were like crayon markings on the back of things that they wanted to change. It was like a straight up production Cybertruck. So at first I was like, oh, he just doesn't want me to take pictures. And then I was like, oh wow, he's right. He actually like took that from the factory, Ferris Bueller style. He's supposed to get it back. This is the area that's usually lit up with Christmas lights. But I guess they're saving on their electricity bill tonight. Oh, hold on. There's a shirt back here we might need to check out. So this is Cherry Creek. This is where a lot of rich people in Denver reside. Thank you very much, Ellie, for the gifted memberships. Who got them? Sean in Texas, Big Sour, Sloaney, my homie. That's such a cool name. David, what up? Tomorrow's KD's birthday. Hey, happy birthday, KD. Happy almost birthday in a half hour. And then Michelle H, I think it's her birthday tonight. I don't know if she's in the chat or not, but Michelle H, happy birthday. Oh my God, it's cold out here. The wind is whipping. What does this say? Have a nice day. This is the fashion out here. A lot of exposed navel. You can get a frostbitten navel out here if you're not careful. Guardian angel can help. Come to our class and learn how. Whoa, look at this geode. Whoa. I like huge geodes like this. Wow. My chakras are firing right now. You know, I'm going to take you inside of this one. This is like where Superman grew up. Jeez. My guardian angel is telling me it's Katie's birthday in 30 minutes. Happy birthday, Katie. Happy B-Day, KD. Ooh, who knows about these bowls? Ooh, look at this crystal. Ooh, it's getting cold out here. Oh, she's using one of those bowls to make the high-pitched noise. Or is it low-pitch? I can't remember. Probably low-pitch, right? Was that buffering the whole time? It just came up and said that I have low transmission. It says transmission is unstable due to a weak network connection. That's not what I wanted to see. You saw it? Okay, good. Oh, here's the public safety guy. Keeping the public safe by having white lights pointed behind him. Oh, it just came up and told me oil change due. To my to-do list. Can you hear the winds that change out here? Look at this. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night where the winds of change, the winds of change. Whoa, oh my God, the Chinook wind coming through. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you, Ellie. Is this horse manure? Oh no! Somebody forgot their horse manure right here. That's not good. Mr. Head's feeling a lot lighter, I guess. Donald Fielding, thank you very much. That's a load of horse. Next time someone says that's a load of horse shit, just show them that picture. You mean this? Did you forget this over here? I don't know what that is. I hope I never find out what it is. Looked like Clydesdale, but I don't know. There's a lot of Western things going on here. It might have just been dirt too. Sometimes I'm dramatic like that. Oh, she's got her wings of change. Or is it wind of change? Either way, wind, wings, be good. They go together. To the magic of the moment on a glory night. Ooh, this is a knife shop. Shout out to Zach's Stuff. Kendra Scott? Don't know. Ooh. Indochino, Heaven Artisan Creamery, Bonobos. One of my favorite musical artists. His name is Bonobo. He's a UK DJ, or he's actually like a music producer. Bonobo. Bonobo. You know what? Maybe they turned off all the Christmas lights because it's so late. We usually cruise that area closer to like 9 or 10. I wonder if we just got here too late. Paul Gatton, tour guide fee. LOL, thank you, Jeremy, for the field trip. Hey, thank you so much. Paul, thank you for the membership. Thank you for that generous sticker, too. That's dope. Thank you. $20 is like 5 gallons of gas here. Maybe more. Driving us around. Very welcome. I wonder if Linda watched any of this tonight. She kind of felt bad yesterday. Her stomach wasn't feeling good. I bet she went to bed early tonight. Oh, I'm in the wrong camera. There we go. Yvette, what up? KT, what up? Mike K. Jetta Jade. That was almost 3 hours ago. And then after Stinkers, we went to the tennis bubble. And then we went to Boulder. Then we drove all the way from Boulder to downtown Denver. And that's where you found us right now. Look at this on the right. Oh. I missed Where are the rough, dirty neighborhoods? We're creeping up on them right now. The bad neighborhoods are kind of off of Colfax. There's a street called Colfax that goes east toward Aurora, and that's where a lot of the bad news is happening. Do you remember when Donald Trump, when he was trying to get elected, and he was like, the Venezuelans are taking over Aurora, Colorado? Well, there was like one apartment, I think it was like an old hotel, but like some Venezuelan gangs were kind of taking it over. It was a rough, kind of abandoned spot. As soon as he got elected, he sent people over there and arrested, like, you remember when all this ICE stuff was of them? And then when they did that sneak plane thing where they took a bunch of Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador, I think a lot of them were from Colorado. I think a lot of them came out of that Aurora area where he was talking about them in his speech, saying, oh, it's out of control, these Venezuelan gangs. Lynn Irwin, still miss you in LA. Thank you very much. I can't wait to come back. I'm going to be in LA before the summer. What up, everybody? It just got so quiet. Shh. Man, every time I try to go right, it's a one-way street. Oh, I'm starting to get so tired. Oh, no. We got advanced security right here. It's advanced because it has this floodlight on the roof. Billy Idol rebel yell. When the rebel yell, she got mo, 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 mo. This is Bannock Street. I like this little cutout, whatever hotel this is. Kindred apartment homes. Isn't the Kindred like a, isn't that a haunted name? Kindred. Am I confusing that with something else? The Kindred. That sounds haunted. Kindred is family. Oh. Is it the ghosts of your ancestors' family? Oh, look at this over here. Look how colorful this is. These are little businesses. Oh, I know where we are. This is Club Vinyl right here. Purple. Oh, and they're gonna frog her across. His friends were yelling for him to come, and he's like, no. Make them wait. What is on top of this? What is that? Somebody wanted to know where the bad neighborhoods are. We're creeping into those bad neighborhoods right now. Stay alert. These are the straight out of the 1800s. I think Wild Bill, the cowboy Wild Bill, I think his grave is here in Colorado. Double check that. Double check everything that you hear me say. It's getting late. Oh my God. It's a quarter till Katie's birthday. I know that for sure. Buffalo Bill Lookout Mountain. Oh. Sally Gringo, what up? What are you up to? Oh, I'm gonna go straight. Sorry. See, look at these epic churches. They look so cool. So this is dark Colfax Street. Look at this hug right here. That's like the backpack hug. Give me a ride. Give me a piggyback ride. Yeah, these old churches are epic. This is the notoriously bad street right here, Colfax. I don't hear a lot of good things about Colfax. Well, that's not true. Fillmore Theater is on this street. That's what I was saying. It used to be called Mammoth Events Center. Saw a ton of concerts there growing up. And then on the same block, there's a concert venue called the Ogden, which I love. To go to a show there soon. And then a little bit further down is a concert venue called Bluebird Theater, which is pretty cool. It's kind of tiny though. But like, does anybody know who Jack White is from White Stripes? He came into town to play a concert, and then he did a surprise show at Bluebird Theater for like 200 there and just have like a private party. Here's One Up Arcade. And then this used to be Mammoth Event Center, but now it's called the Fillmore. Charlie's Denver? That looks like a club. Totally. And then right where the bus is right now, that's Ogden. Right her. Oh, it said KT on there. I'm gonna see if they can change it to Happy Birthday KD. Happy B-Day KD. HBD KD. How much for that? Did you see that girl walking in the road with the pink hair? She was just screaming at the stars. Pretty average for this road. That sign on that cafe said, open crazy late. Like it said that in neon. Opened crazy late. Oh my God. This is a drive-through liquor. Colorado has a lot of these. You literally just drive through to get your liquor. You put your ID, oh, this person's going in there. You put your ID in the window, and then they ask you what you want. And you can get like liquor, cigarettes, blunt wraps. And that's how, when I was in high school, that's how a lot of my friends and I would get alcohol. We would just go pick up somebody's older brother or sister, and then the fee was we had to buy them something. And we usually say like, get whatever you want. Hopefully it's around $10. And so that was the fee for them buying us whatever we wanted. And around here, ever since the 90s, they would have banks that would go out of business. I don't know, out of business, but like change location. And then they would turn the bank into a liquor store. Pretty common. This is a place called Pete's Kitchen. We used to go here after concerts. And this truly does stay open all night. Look at the sign. Whoopin'. It says Denver landmark since 1942. And here's Illegal Pete's. They have Illegal Pete's on the hill in Boulder. But this is like an old IHOP that they turned into Illegal Pete's. Lots of weed stores. That place is called Purple Haze. They even have mushroom shops. So you can go into a mushroom shop and just buy a bunch of spores. You can just buy magic mushrooms. Pretty cool. Pretty psychedelic. I thought they were honking at me there. They were locking their car. Look at the aliens. How you doing? What is this? Choice open 24 hours. This is like a bougie gas station. Oh, Raccoon City Response Team. Isn't this out of some video game? Or is that the Umbrella Corp? Raccoon City, where do I know that from? This place is called Chewy Foos. Resident Evil, that's right. I thought it was the Umbrella. Are there, maybe it's both? I thought it was the Umbrella Corporation. I liked the first Resident Evil movie. I didn't see all the following ones. Is it Mila Jovovich? Wow, that's so long ago that I watched that. It's both. Oh, it's Umbrella Corporation in Raccoon City. This is an old school bar here. Lion's Lair. This dude's chilling. Bob Dylan. Oh, it says Hosier, July 20th at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. I don't know where that is. What a beautiful name. Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Wow. Shakespeare would love that. I actually like this mural here. Oh, we just ran over some glass. Worth it though. Shout out to all the first responders. Oh yeah, we were in this Taco Bell drive-thru. I wish we were in there right now, actually. I would love some Taco Bell. What do you guys think? Should we get some Taco Bell? Anybody else hungry? Anybody need a enchilada for KD's HBD KD? Oh, we're going the wrong way. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, so everybody wanted to know, or somebody wanted to know where the bad neighborhood is. It's right here. This is the bad neighborhood. And what is going on with this van? What the heck? What is that? EXCELTS. You could stand up in the back of that. It says 4x4. Hell yeah. Oh, right here, there's a dog wash. My FBI surveillance van. That's what I used to call my Wi-Fi. My old Wi-Fi name was FBI surveillance van. So that people would stay off it. Hey, Randy F. Here's 10 for some tacos. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn that $10 into tacos right now. What do you guys want? Do you want a Baja Blast Freeze? This is my wallet. A dude when I went to the last Nuggets game, this guy opened it up and then he's like, "Why do you have a wallet within a wallet?" I was like, "You're asking too many questions." I'd like a 40 of Colt 45. Don't judge a van by its wrap. Please, a drink, please. Wash down my dinner. Pork. You want pork? Get me a Mexi Melt. What's Mexi Melt? I don't know what that is, but that sounds delicious. Say yes to Dot's Pretzels. Three chamachingas. Is that chimichangas? Large diet Dr. Pepper. Ooh, that sounds kind of good. I have a really large water. Look at this dumpster looking thing. It's got a weird shape. It's like a big litter box. Oh, they're in a chamber pot. That's a callback from earlier. I was just talking about chamber pots. trash panda resistant dumpster. Sick. It's probably right. Oh, I don't know what I want. Oh my gosh. I think I might order something new. Hi, how are you doing? May I please have a Cantina chicken crispy taco? Also a chicken quesadilla and a DLT Supreme with no tomato. A Doritos Locos Taco Supreme. Doritos Locos Taco Supreme with no tomato. And that's all. Thank you. Oh, shoot. I actually have a reward. Oh. Jeremy asked for an enchilada. No, I said DLT and he goes, excuse me? I should have asked for a paint job for this Jeep. Or not Jeep, for this van. Oh no, I have rewards in my app. And they're getting ready to expire too. Here's what it says on my Taco Bell app. Hey, Reed. Let me see what my rewards are. Free fire tier? Oh, I can choose any of these things as a reward. Man, I could have had one of these for free. Place 2 orders before 4/5. Get 20%. What kind of a coupon is that? That sounds like a hustle. Yeah, so what I do is I save the Taco Bell receipt, and then if you go into rewards and then you go to the bottom, it says scan receipt, and then I scan it in, and then I earn future rewards at Taco Bell. Free enchilada for me. Geez, guys, can eat a lot. Ever gain weight? Yeah, unfortunately, I do gain weight. Yeah. I don't have that metabolism that allows me to eat a lot of Mexican food. Oh, look at this. This is a doorway that just goes out into nothing right here. Oh, it goes right into the dumpster. Oh no, that's a garage door. I bet at one time there were steps leading out of that. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Kind of looks like a door to me. Break on through. Oh, they made a firewood out of the wooden steps, I guess. And then you break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Look at these ladies are sharing. What are they sharing there? What does that say? Feed and Clothing Center? Oh, maybe food. I don't know. Look, you have a chance to just like rip your rim out right here. Perfect. Why have it be straight? That's way too easy. You should definitely have a check mark that just like rakes your rim. Oh shoot, I need some money. Hold on. break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. They have Taco John's here, if anybody knows about that. So there's Taco Bell, and then there's a thing called Taco John's. What I like about Taco John's is you can add like hash brown rounds to anything. So if I'm getting a burrito or a taco, I add hash brown rounds. I don't know the right way to say that, but tots, like tater tots. That's how you say it. Oh, she just got done making my chicken quesadilla. Yeah, tater tots. You are from Iowa. Is that an Iowa thing? Iowa is corn. So when I used to live in Iowa when I was a kid, you have to go through a lot of small towns to get to your town, or I did. So we would leave Des Moines. It was like a 40-minute ride back to Winterset. We would pass through all these small towns. When you get into the city limits of these towns, they would just have trucks pulled over, and in the back of the trucks, they were selling ears of corn. And it was the best corn. My favorite is cookies and cream. What's up, man? Good. May I please have a lot of hot sauce? Hey, thank you, man. Have a great night. Dang, he gave me like a catcher's mitt full of hot sauce. That's the homie right there. Naomi, the homie. What does this lady have over here? Is that a musical instrument? What is that? I can't tell what she's doing. Oh, hold on. Oh, I forgot the Diablo. Oh my. That's 2 times in a row I forgot the Diablo. And then I read it right as soon as I'm leaving. Man. That's a missed opportunity right there. Don't be like me. If you go to Taco Bell, get a couple packets of Diablo. It's like a mesquite. Actually, it's kind of like lemon lime mixed with like mesquite flavoring. Oh, that's a cop right there. Alright, this is not the area that you want to stop and eat. So I'm going to try to take us more into downtown. Whoa, that dude's in oncoming traffic. Whoa, is that? Oh, that dude was driving in oncoming traffic right there. I don't think he realized we're sharing the road because of construction. Are they going into Velvet Banjo? Whoa, nope. Well, actually, a slice of pizza sounds good too. my favorite pizzas is in Iowa. It's at a convenience store called Casey's. Whoa! And it's Casey's Taco Pizza. Anybody in the Midwest or in Iowa, ask them about Casey's Taco Pizza, they know. It's amazing. Oh, did I buffer out when I was talking about the taco pizza? Here's the Capitol. Just keep hitting 2 until I pick up, basically. 222 222 2222. And then choose option number 2. What pizza looks good? Oh, did you just look up Casey's Taco Pizza? Yum. Let me know in the chat, what's your favorite pizza? My favorite pizza is Sergeant Pepperoni's. They have one called Super B. Ellie and I had some last time that we were at Sergeant Pepperoni's. And then also at Sergeant Pepperoni's, they have meatball ricotta. Those 2. I want 2 slices of Super B, if they still have it, because it was limited time. And then I'd also like 2 slices of meatball ricotta. And then Linda would like a pinwheel from Sergeant Pepperoni's. If you live in LA, next time you're in Orange County, stop by Sergeant Pepperoni's. There's one in Irvine, there's one in Newport, and I think there's one in Aliso Viejo. Man, it's so good. They know how good it is, though. They're gonna charge you a lot. This is 16th Street Mall, still under construction. Actually, this is what it's going to look like. This is where they run the free pedestrian buses. A friend of mine told me that they kind of had it like wrapped up, the construction, and then they started redoing it. And I read that it was because during construction, they found a bunch of historical piping and whatever below. And they said they wanted to do the right thing and preserve it, but I think the real answer is if you don't do the right thing and preserve it, they fine you. So yeah, let's do the right thing and not get fined. I think it's more like that. Does Jeremy not live in LA anymore? Yeah, right now I'm living in Denver. I've been here for the season. And I got a lot of days on my pass. I have this thing called the Epic Pass. It's a season pass to the Vail resorts. So it works at Beaver Creek, Vail, Breckenridge, Keystone. I went with some friends to Park City. We rode Park City earlier this winter. Here's my Taco Bell briefcase. What should I eat first? I'm thinking Cantina Taco. Thank you to everybody that hung out with me tonight. I'll try to put it down a little bit. Couple shots of hand sanitizer just to start it out. Mashed potato pizza. So Trader Joe's used to have a pizza called Gorgonzola pear. It was so good. I've never had it anywhere else. Gorgonzola pear pizza. Two packets of hot sauce per item. Minimum. When they ask me how many I'll say a lot of hot sauce, and they go, how many? And I go, how many items do I have? They'll say 3. I'm like, at least 6. At least 6 packets. I'm going to show you this before I eat it. Somebody's definitely going to get grossed out when I zoom in on this, but... So that's after adding the hot sauce. This is the Cantina Taco. Okay. It's kind of melted. Oh, look at all the cheese on the outside. Mm-hmm. Not worth what they're charging, but good. Show the food. This is gonna make me fall asleep on the way home. Oh my God, that last bite was amazing. You don't care for hot sauce? Do you miss LA? I do. I've been dreaming of LA a lot. Like, I've been having dreams where for hours I'm there, and then I wake up and I'm like, whoa, I'm not there anymore. But I'm not gone from LA forever. I'm just gone for the season. Jeremy, do they do cheese curds there? Not at Taco Bell, but here they do. Like in Denver they do. Somebody earlier said they were from Wisconsin. That's where they do cheese curds. Culver's definitely has them. There's a burger place called Good Times. They have them. I think I'm going to save the chicken quesadilla for Linda. Becklington, Boulder has a good scanner feed on Broadcastify. I've been checking it out. Chamois Cakes in the chat let me know about it. Ever since she told me, I've been checking it out. Oh, that was good. One thing I love about Linda, she always remembers to ask for extra napkins. They're usually for me. Hold on, we got some party people coming over here. These people just parked. They've been staring at me right here. I don't know where they're going. Like, this is kind of a weird area of town. Kind of a weird spot to just park in and hang out. Yeah, I see Chamois Cakes in the chat. She was letting me know about the Boulder Broadcastify feed. Isn't this how we ended last Saturday? At Taco Bell with that kid that was on the bike? What was his name? Like Colton or something like that? Oh no, the taco just fell apart. I have to rebuild it. So this is the patented taco sleeve. You pull it out like this. The top got a little wrecked. That didn't even taste like meat. That tasted like spaghetti sauce. Weird. Something's not normal about this. They might have used like chinchilla meat or something in this. Each bite tastes totally different. Did you put hot sauce? I did. I don't even know what this tastes like. It's like iguana meat or something. Try to get some in your mouth. That's funny. We just lost so many viewers. This is the last bite. Everything that fell out. It wears better than it tastes. Do the people in this chat use DoorDash? Sup, Jer from Ottawa, Ontario. What up, Michael? Good to see you, bro. Okay. I still have a bunch of coffee. I mean, this is my high quality H2O. Oh, that's what I'm drinking. This is the inside here. Here's my chat. Here's my nav. Here are my shoes. These are actually different than the shoes I usually have on. Usually I'm wearing the white Huaraches, but these are red bottom. It's probably hard to tell because of that light, but... Hold on. I'm trying to show you the tongue. I made these on the Nike website. These are my custom Huaraches. Lazy people use DoorDash. And people that don't want DUIs, I think. Thank you to everybody that just sat through that. That helped out a lot. Linda was actually telling me, she was like, she made an appointment for us at noon tomorrow, so I have to set my alarm for 11. love red bottom heels. I just got so tired. It's 27 minutes past Katie's birthday right now. Actually, she's in California. She still has half hour to go before it's her birthday. Oh, look at this dude's license plate. .303 is the area code in Denver. So numbers that you'll see a lot, you'll see 5280. That's the feet above sea level that Denver is. Mile High City, 5,280 feet above sea level. And then you'll see a lot of 303. When I was growing up here, everybody's phone number was 303. If it wasn't 303, it was 720. Now there's like several different area codes. Oh, look, it's the crazy, oh no, these are different. Wow, these look kind of scary. This looks like the one from Ghostbusters. Look at his mouth. It's weird. These buildings are trippy. Like, these are the original buildings. A lot of history here. That's why when I was at that Denver Athletic Club and there were all these photos from the 1800s, I was like, whoa. It's crazy how many of these things are still here. Probably because it's illegal to tear them down, right? It's like, since it's deemed historic, you can't just get rid of it. Kind of looks like Michael Jordan. It also kind of looks like, who's the guy that just went from the Heat? Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets. I think Jimmy Butler might be cursed. The Golden State Warriors were doing well, and then they acquired Jimmy Butler, and they've had some hard times since they got Butler. Oh, this is Mercury Cafe on the corner. Yes. I saw Radiohead here. I took a picture right there, actually, right by that sun. I saw Radiohead here before they got big. That's all I needed. One was more than enough. See these like horse trough looking things? They put these out so that homeless won't camp. I don't know what they're called. My grandparents had a farm, and that's what they used to put around for the horses to drink water out of. These, they would totally just be frozen in the water. I could see them just like paused. I used to think that was so cool. It is almost the end of March. I think I'm going to come back to LA either at the end of April or maybe May. I'm not sure yet. I have a couple different things that I need to do travel-wise. I will try to let you know, but it's also just a fun surprise just to show up in a new place. I think that would be fun to not tell anybody, and then you tune in on Friday and you're like, wait, why does that look like Dodger Stadium? Oh, because it is Dodger Stadium. Lindsay, what up? Let's do dinner. Ooh, have you had Sergeant Pepperoni's pizza? That's the best way to get me to RSVP to dinner. Is it live or Memorex? Memorex is one of my favorite cassettes growing up. Zach stuff. Did you see the knife store that we passed in Cherry Creek? Oh, look over here. This is the light rail train. I went too fast. All right, that's it for me. I'm gonna go try to get some sleep. If Linda is awake, she's gonna get a chicken quesadilla. I still have a chicken quesadilla in the bag. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I still can't believe people come and hang out with me on the weekend. I think a lot of people initially started watching this channel and hanging out with me on the weekend because we were listening to the LA Scanner. We were seeing crazy stuff on the streets of LA. When I told Linda that I was thinking about moving to Denver for a little bit, she was like, you might lose all of the people that watch you. And I was like, that's definitely a possibility. And I have lost a couple thousand people since I moved. But I think I lost a couple thousand of the wrong people. The right people, I keep seeing their names in the chat. Thank you for waiting this period out with me. I think this is going to be an exciting summer, but I really needed everything that's happened to me from October to now. I needed it so much. I didn't even know I needed it, but I really needed to just kind of reset everything, reboot, recharge. I feel amazing. I can't wait to be back in LA. Every time somebody says, do you miss LA? I really do. I miss California in general. I miss my friends. I miss palm trees. I miss tacos just everywhere. The ocean, I can give or take, even. So yeah, I'm not done with LA. Something cool planned for the summer. I haven't wrapped it up yet, but I'm hoping. And to everybody that hung out with me tonight, thank you so much. I've been live just under 4 hours. But this was an epic night. We went all the way to Boulder, came back and hit Denver. We didn't get that much buffering. There is some incident going on here on the right. I'm going to show you. Hold on. The last couple times that I've shut down the stream, I saw something really interesting right when I did. Okay, this is Grizzly Rose, the biker bar. And then this looks like maybe a crash. Yep, crash. Thank you so much to everybody that hung out. I hope you have a great Sunday. I hope KD has a great birthday. Michelle H, I think it was her birthday today as well. Thank you so much to LEE for keeping me safe tonight, holding it down. I just heard from Matthew D. Matthew D is doing well. I know we have a ton of Matthew D fans in the chat. Shout out to Matthew D. Glad you're doing well. Thank you so much, Ellie. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Ed, DDTV, 301, Iggy, Desiree, everybody that hangs out with me weekend after weekend. Mwah. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Good night. Please leave comments.